Now on CoastTV News.
Billing battle brews. We look ahead to this morning's hearings in the Delaware General Assembly as a Delmarva Power executive is about to be on the hot seat over high energy bills.
Drought dangers, why the Delaware Forest Service is expressing concern over wildfires, even after this winter's rain and snowstorms.
As the representative from Delaware, Mr. McBride.
The politics of pronouns. We have the exchange involving Delaware Representative Sarah McBride during a House subcommittee meeting.
A cooler Wednesday for Delmarva. We'll see 50s instead of 60s today behind a cold front. The cool weather hangs on the rest of the week with dry conditions. Details coming up.
This is CoastTV News Today.
And we continue with our 6 o'clock hour. Good morning, I'm Matt Pensick.
And good morning, I'm Lisa Weber. It is Wednesday, March 12th, 2025.
Yeah, we're going to get right to our top story leading off this hour. Later today, we could see heated exchanges over people paying more for their heating bills. Delmarva Power Region Vice President Marcus Beal will provide testimony to the Delaware Senate Environment, Energy, and Transportation Committee. In the House, Democrats are calling for the Public Service Commission to reject a proposed natural gas rate increase by Delmarva Power of nearly $45 million. And the Democrats claim that if this is approved, customers will see a 23% increase in their bills. According to Delmarva Power, Delaware customers used 6% more electricity in January 2025 compared to January of 2024.
And here are some of the factors that are now contributing to higher energy bills. Delmarva Power received approval last year to increase fees on how it delivers electricity to homes and businesses. Last year, utility paid almost $13 million into the state's renewable energy portfolio. That equated to 3% of a customer's total bill.
Despite the snow and rainstorms we've experienced since the calendar flipped to 2025, there's still concern in Delaware over drought conditions. According to the State Forest Service, this has caused an increase in wildfires. The agency says people are encouraged to stop outdoor burning, and Delaware's had over 400 outdoor fires from November 20th, 2024 to February of 2025. And with that, we bring in First Alert meteorologist Bob Trihey. We had that rain and snow, at least. It doesn't seem like it's had much effect based on that information.
Pretty shocking, and Bob would always say the drought monitor showed we were in a drought, but Bob, we might get rain later this week. It could help, it could not help. I don't know.
Yeah, no, I think it will. I think we'll see some rain later Sunday into Monday. That will bring some relief, and it will cool down today, too. That also brings relief from the chances of fires. And we're looking at low 40s this morning from Salisbury to Milton, so no frost. 43 in Georgetown, 48 Ocean City, 45 Indian River Inlet. We're seeing the winds now beginning to turn in out of the north and northeast as a cold front is making its way through Delmarva, looking at mostly clear skies right now. And we have that cold front that's dropping in, and behind it, we're seeing these winds that are shifting out of the east-northeast as we go into this afternoon, as chilly high pressure will be putting an end to our brief warm streak today. This morning we're in the 40s. The winds start picking up and temperatures don't climb much. Mid-50s well inland around 11:30, but staying in the 40s to around 50 at the coast. And then you move farther inland, and that's where it's in the mid-50s. But it'll be much chillier today, especially with that wind and temperatures in the 40s this evening. Bundle up on that ferry ride up to Cape May, looking at the winds picking up as we go through the day out of the northeast, gusting up to 25 at times, and temperatures only in the 40s. At least we have the sunshine.
Thank you, Bob. And happening today, Delaware lawmakers will hold a hearing on Senate Bill 21. That bill would amend the state's rules on the general corporation law. It is aimed at keeping corporations in the state, and this bill was proposed after big companies who long incorporated in Delaware left after some high-profile legal cases. Advocates say Senate Bill 21 clarifies corporate governance rules. However, some consumer advocacy groups who are opposed to the bill say it will negatively impact Delaware's economy, including retirement funds and pensions.
Fallout continues this morning from an incident in Washington on Tuesday involving Delaware Democrat Representative Sarah McBride and Texas Republican Keith Self. Check out what took place.
As the representative from Delaware, Mr. McBride.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Ranking Member Keating, also wonderful.
Mr. Chairman, could you repeat your introduction again, please?
Yes, we have set the standard on the floor of the House, and I'm simply...
What is that standard, Mr. Chairman? Would you repeat what you just said when you introduced a duly elected representative from the United States of America, please.
I will. The representative from Delaware, Mr. McBride.
Yeah, you just saw that there, and after self, you just saw him double down addressing McBride. Massachusetts Representative Bill Keating, who you did see challenge him, says that the meeting could not continue until McBride was addressed correctly. That's when the Texas lawmaker promptly ended the meeting. McBride is the first openly transgender member of Congress.
New this morning, today is the day homeowners in the Indian River School District can learn more about the expense referendum that is taking place on March 20th. A workshop is happening today at the Indian River High School, and officials will give a presentation. The district says the money, if approved in that referendum, would be used for increased operating costs, recruitment, and staff retention. Indian River says it would cost about $24 per month more for the average district taxpayer.
In Milford, tonight the council will review budget requests from several of the city's agencies. They are working to finalize the fiscal year 2026 budget. The Milford Museum listed over $66,000 in expenses last year. Carlisle Fire Company, they're requesting $300,000, they say, due to increasing call volumes. The new fiscal year in Milford begins in July.
We are now taking a live look at our nation's capital, and President Trump has imposed new higher taxes on some goods brought into the United States that kicked off at midnight.
Yeah, they sure did. The new tariffs follow another down day on Wall Street, and now the president has taken the first steps towards dismantling the Department of Education, slashing about half the department's workforce.
NBC's Alice Barr shows us what department heads say is the goal of this possible major change.
This morning, major cuts to the Department of Education, with the announcement nearly half its staff, roughly 1,300 career employees, will be out of a job. Education Secretary Linda McMahon called it eliminating bureaucratic bloat and a step toward President Trump's ultimate goal.
This directive to me clearly is to shut down the Department of Education.
That would require an act of Congress, though the president has talked repeatedly about leaving school policy to the states, setting off alarm among many parents like Lindsay Latham, who worries about losing federal oversight and grant funding for special education services children like her son Calvin rely on.
To make sure that their kid is being treated fairly and given the opportunity to learn like any other kid. If we go backwards, we are going to see such a regression in the most vulnerable population.
Secretary McMahon saying the department will still deliver on special education funding and other statutory programs. From nervous parents to rattled markets, Wall Street saw more losses Tuesday as another bout in the Trump trade war takes effect today. 25% tariffs on steel and aluminum imports from around the world, hitting Canada hardest, though the president dropped a threat to double the metal tariffs on Canada because of a 25% electricity surcharge Ontario's premier imposed before both sides backed down. Amid the uncertainty, President Trump rejecting growing concerns about a possible recession.
I don't see it at all. I think this country is going to boom.
Adamant his sweeping tariffs will strengthen the U.S. economy. In Washington, Alice Barr, NBC News.
Right now, Ukraine is ready to accept a 30-day ceasefire in the war with Russia. Secretary of State Marco Rubio and National Secretary Advisor Mike Waltz announced that the deal Tuesday after hours of negotiations with Ukrainian leaders in Saudi Arabia. The United States will immediately lift a pause on intelligence sharing with Ukraine, and the future of U.S. support for Ukraine has been in doubt since an extraordinary on-camera spat between President Donald Trump and President Zelensky in the Oval Office on February 28th. And we are just getting started in this hour of Coast TV News Today.
Coming up, pet beach season. It's ending soon. We're going to tell you how much longer your furry friends can enjoy that nice day along our coast.
Also, ClearSpace finds a home. We'll tell you how the theater company could be close to a new performing arts center in Rehoboth Beach.
And Apple Advance, the huge upgrade planned for one of technology's top companies. Coast TV News Today is back after this.
Welcome to Beach Barrels. No matter where you're from, everyone is a local. Fun times and good vibes await with a wide variety of craft brews, plus our award-winning Primo Hoagies made fresh daily. Dance the night away at the best live music venue in Ocean City. And there's never a bad seat to catch your favorite sports team. Dine in or relax on our outside deck with comfortable seating and beautiful palm trees for a cozy, tropical atmosphere. Beach Barrels open 10 a.m. to 2 a.m. at 132nd and Coastal Highway.
Tired of your old tub? Imagine stepping into a brand new, modern walk-in shower designed for style, comfort, and safety. At Bath by Spicer Brothers, we make upgrading your bathroom easy. Our factory-certified team provides professional 5-star installation in as little as 1 day.
And with our price match guarantee and done right guarantee, you get the best service at the best price. Right now, save 20% on your entire bathroom project with payments as low as $79 a month.
Call Bath by Spicer Brothers today because you deserve the best.
A job worth doing is worth doing well.
Family-owned Daisy's Well Drilling, serving the shore since 1941 with quality service, honest answers, and real solutions.
Whether it's an inspection, repair, or installation, or just a second opinion, we're here for you.
We appreciate all the thank you notes from our customers over the years. Prompt, courteous, honest, patient, professional. It's a pleasure to serve this community.
Call or click to connect with Daisy's Well Drilling.
Family owned.
Community trusted.
Well done.
What's up, Delmarva? David Akers here from Philly. I come to you as a homeowner representing Matt the Carpet Guy, universal title holder for 5-star reviews, undisputed carpet champ, unanimous LVP MVP champ. And my pick for Carpet Guy of the Year goes to Matt the Carpet Guy.
Thanks, David, and thanks to our customers who we served over the last 20 years.
Stop by Matt the Carpet Guy for all your flooring needs. Go, Matt!
Just about 6:12 on our Wednesday morning. FH Fair Cam showing a beautiful, nearly full moon setting with some high wispy clouds in Cambridge, 43. And we're in the low 40s elsewhere, so we're not scraping frost this morning. 48 in Ocean City right now. Winds are calm or light. They're starting to come in out of the north. That's telling us that that backdoor cold front is starting to make its way across Delmarva. And behind it, it'll be much chillier as we go through the day. So if you're grabbing that cup of coffee, go extra large. And I always do. 56 this afternoon. You need it because it's going to be chilly. You need to bundle up, breezy and cooler as we go through the day.
Today is the deadline in Ocean View for candidates interested in running for town council. This is for Districts 1 and 2, and we have learned that District 1 incumbent Stephen Cobb is seeking re-election in that district. The election for these seats will carry a 3-year term, and that is scheduled for April 12th.
Happening now in Milford. One lane is closed on Northwest Front Street. It's due to a water leak. Cars will take turns using the open lane and delays should be minimal. Officials there say this closure will be in place till about 7 a.m. this morning.
Bloomberg reports Apple is preparing one of the biggest software overhauls in company's history. It cited people familiar with the effort who say the revamp aims to transform the interface of the iPhone, iPad, and Mac. The overhaul is due later this year. The sources tell Bloomberg the revamp will fundamentally change the look of the operating systems and make the company's software platforms more consistent.
A proposed class action lawsuit claims some Girl Scout cookies contain heavy metals, pesticides, and other toxins. A New York woman filed this lawsuit in federal court on Monday. It cites a study by Moms Across America and GMO Science that claims 100% of the cookies tested contain toxins. Now, it's important to note here that the study's claims are based on a small sample size and that the study was not peer-reviewed or published in a scientific journal.
Oh no, I don't want to give up the Thin Mints. Ugh, those are delicious. Tunnel and Razor Cam showing some daylight now, clear skies, 45. We're going to cool it down behind a front today, and it remains cool pretty much all week. More clouds the rest of the week, and then better rain chances later Sunday into St. Patrick's Day. Your full forecast details in 2 minutes. Stay tuned.
Get more with DSN Plus, just $6.99 a month. Subscribe today.
It starts with our oldest family tradition, artisan bread, topped with the finest hand-sliced meats and cheeses. Add in the freshest locally grown produce, but don't forget the In our house, it's not just a hoagie, it's a primo.
It had been an ongoing issue with the ductboard that's underneath the home, a rancid odor, and I said, I'm calling Above and Beyond, and Braden successfully eliminated all this odor. I have no more allergies, no more runny eyes. It's all gone thanks to this air scrubber. This is why I called Above and Beyond. One of the reasons that I went with Above and Beyond services is because I believe in this product, definitely. It's a lifesaver. I can breathe. I'm so much healthier.
Thinking of remodeling your home's exterior? Leaving your home uncared for can lead to future damages and costly repairs.
Don't chance it.
Advance it.
Whether it's building your outdoor dream deck or updating your home's roof or siding, we provide quality craftsmanship for all your home remodeling needs. Our experienced consultants will ease you through the process from the initial phone call to the installation, so you can find a look you'll love for years to come.
Call us today and ask about our summer specials.
Don't chance it, dance it. It starts with our oldest family tradition, artisan bread topped with the finest hand-sliced meats and cheeses. Add in the freshest locally grown produce, but don't forget the In our house, it's not just a hoagie, it's a primo.
Stanley Steamer gets your home cleaner.
Stanley Steamer is proud to be the leader in deep cleaning, cleaning over 1 million homes and businesses across America every year, using powerful equipment custom built by us. We'll remove the buildup of dirt, dust, allergens, grime, and contaminants seen and unseen from your home and business. America's professional deep cleaner for over 75 years. It's not clean until it's Stanley Steamer Clean.
Stanley Steamer gets your home cleaner.
Time is 6:16. We're getting a live look at a very dark scene there at the Roosevelt Inlet in Lewis. Waiting for some sunshine there, Bob. Wow. It's kind of odd. This has been a flip of what we've been experiencing this week. It was warmer in the morning compared to other mornings, but we're going to have cooler afternoons.
That's right. It was frosty yesterday morning. We were in the upper 60s in the afternoon. And you're right, it's milder this morning. That's because we have a cold front that will be coming through, kind of a smaller temperature swing today. But even though it's going to cool down, I think we're still above average. Average high now is 53. So we're going to be in the mid-50s today right through Friday. It warms up Saturday up to 68 and then 71 by Sunday as a warm front moves through. But we're awaiting a cold front this morning, 46 Indian River Inlet, 43 in Georgetown. So you have to warm up the car, but not to the degree like we did yesterday. No frost out there. 40 in Salisbury, 47 in Ocean City. As the winds are starting to bend around to the northeast now, as a cold front is making its way through, we do have some high wispy clouds out there, and that cold front is dropping in from the north, and that will push in some colder air. We've got cold high pressure across southeast Canada, and that will move right down the coast into our neck of the woods today. And that cold air extends back into the Midwest, even some snow across the Great Lakes into Wisconsin. We're not going to see snow, but definitely cooler air as that high pressure builds in, and then quiet conditions across the plains and the southeast. So all in all, pretty quiet, just cooler the next several days. As we're in the 40s, here's Futurecast this morning. By 10 a.m., warming into the low 50s inland areas, but cooler 40s at the coast. I think you're going to struggle to get out of the 40s there as that wind picks up out of the northeast behind that cold front. Farther inland, mid-50s from Salisbury up into the Seaford area. And mid-afternoon, it's the U.S. 13 quarter that's a little milder in the mid-50s, and then much chillier at the beaches, 45 Rehoboth, 44 at Fenwick Island. By 6:30 this evening, everybody is in the 40s as we have a cool easterly flow. And then later tonight, I think we'll see almost like a marine layer like they see in California. Low clouds build in as we go into the overnight, maybe a little bit of patchy drizzle as we go into tomorrow morning, and lots of clouds. That will tend to keep temperatures up. It'll be cool, but not especially cold with lower 40s. Then we're in the 40s and 50s around noon tomorrow. Lots of clouds, a few breaks in the clouds. Where we have those breaks, we're in the mid-50s, but in the clouds, you might be stuck in the 40s as we go into your Thursday afternoon. As we have this front dropping to the south, and that is displacing that milder air to the south and east, and we're looking at that wind picking up today, gusting out of the northeast, maybe up to 25 miles per hour. You definitely need that jacket really all day. And then the wind shift to the east, pretty much keeping us in this persistent chilly pattern right as we go through Thursday. But then by the weekend, a warm front lifts to the north, and we'll see upper 60s for highs on Saturday, lower 70s Sunday. That's ahead of this system that will bring rain later Sunday night into Monday. Could be a washout heading into St. Patrick's Day, or at least the early part of the day, and then we'll see that system moving out. Paul Davis, 7-day forecast, 56 today, lots of sunshine, and then more clouds Thursday and Friday, more clouds and sun with highs in the mid-50s. Overnight lows staying above freezing. Saturday, 68. Sunday, rain later in the day, 71, and that rain lingers into Monday, St. Patty's Day, a high of 59, and then sunshine's back Tuesday with a high of 61.
Thanks for that, Bob. There's an update to a story that we've been covering in Rehoboth Beach. The city is looking to keep the Clear Space Theater Company in the nation's summer capital after plans to build a new facility on Rehoboth Avenue were scuttled due to public pressure. Rehoboth Beach officials say a new partnership calls for leasing the theater company a lot for $1 per year, and there'd be a $1 million contribution also from the city. In return, Rehoboth Beach leaders say they would earn money off of parking that would occur at that new facility.
Through the market study work we've done, we've now brought the scope of our decision making down to a small number of sites, and this site is the one site in the 19971 zip code that is still currently under consideration.
Discussions about the proposal, they're expected to continue in the upcoming weeks.
Up next on Coast TV News today, pet beach season ending soon. We'll tell you when those furry friends cannot go on the beach. Don't go anywhere.
Delmarva Sports Network updates can be heard on Big 107.7.
Fall in love with safety and reliability at Gateway Subaru during the Subaru A Lot to Love event. From rain and snow to sunny skies, Subaru's legendary symmetrical all-wheel drive has you covered through any weather. Right now, take home a new 2025 Subaru Outback and take advantage of great financing rates as low as 1.9%. Stop by today to pre-order the all-new 2025 Subaru Forester Hybrid, designed for tomorrow. Gateway Subaru, just minutes from the beaches in the heart of Delmarva. Higher standards.
The hammers are smashing, the glasses are raising, and the fun times await at Bushel Sports Bar and Grill in Lewis. Explore our selection of off-season entrees and mouth-watering signature sandwiches that are sure to satisfy any palate. Relax and enjoy local craft brews and specialty cocktails watching your favorite sports team, or compete with your friends at some 8-ball. And indulge yourself with year-round all-you-can-eat crabs, served by the bucketful and seasoned to perfection. For good vibes with a friendly atmosphere, visit Bushel's on Coastal Highway today.
Uncomfortable at home? Cold floors and drafts starting to feel unbearable? DryTech specializes in transforming crawl spaces into clean, dry, and energy-efficient environments by sealing out moisture and enhancing air quality. They create a home that's healthier, more comfortable, and efficient year-round.
Say goodbye to freezing pipes, wasted energy, and discomfort. Our expert solutions provide peace of mind and long-lasting comfort for every season.
And we're here for your next crawl space project. Have you DryTech yet?
At Delmarva Roofing and Coating, we believe in longevity. Since our start in 1988 and 10 million square feet of roofing later, we've gained the experience to solve your roofing problems. We combine those years of knowledge with cutting-edge technology to guide you through every project phase, inspection, maintenance, or installation. You can count on us to safeguard your investment with a reliable roof and service after the sale. Serving Delmarva for over 3 decades, Delmarva Roofing and Coating, above all, a good roof.
Happening now, a bill is making its way through the General Assembly. It would appoint one Delaware student to the AI Commission. According to House Bill 16, a student would be added as a non-voting member. That student must be currently in the 10th, 11th, or 12th grade, or will be in those grades in the next school year. The bill says students from both public and private schools would qualify.
The Milford School District is asking the community's support in sharing the love of reading. The district says people are encouraged to donate new or gently used books for its We Are Milford Day book drive. There are collection spots at each district school, and We Are Milford Day takes place on April 5th to celebrate the school community.
More school news for you. This one's in Seaford. The district there is celebrating World Down Syndrome Day later this month. The district is encouraging students to wear brightly colored mismatched socks on March 21st. According to the district, the date is symbolic because people with Down syndrome have 3 copies of their 21st chromosome.
As the spring and summer seasons approach, another season is coming to an end. The Ocean City Police Department is reminding pet owners that dogs are allowed on the beach until April 30th. Rehoboth Beach operates under the same rules. In Dewey Beach, dogs are not allowed from Memorial Day weekend to the Sunday after Labor Day. And in Bethany Beach, dogs are not allowed from March 15th to September 30th. And they're also not allowed from May 15th to September 30th. And well, Matt, it is cooler today, but Bob told us to be patient because March is temperamental with the temperature.
I like that term, temperamental. I think for today, Bob, it just means wearing something warmer if you're going to walk on the beach.
Yeah, there, and I think inland as well, guys. I think we're going to have to bundle up, but especially at the coast, because you're in the 40s really all day, maybe getting into the low 50s for a bit in Chincoteague. It's going to feel much colder with that east-northeast breeze, and basically staying in the 40s in Assateague. UV index is moderate, that March sun getting stronger. Fenwick Island and Ocean City, few clouds early, and then 40s to maybe low 50s, so stay in the sun and out of the wind if you can. On the Bayside, the next 3 days, we're chilly in the mid-50s, more clouds for Cambridge Thursday and Friday, and then Crisfield, similar conditions, 59 today, but lots of clouds Thursday and Friday, and still on the cool side, but above normal temperatures, so not all that bad. Heading into the weekend, that's when we have a chance of some rain, especially later Sunday into St. Patrick's Day. More in your forecast coming up in the next half hour.
After the break on Coast TV News today, wildfire risk rages. We'll tell you what experts say is contributing to dangerous conditions along the coast.
Also, Delmarva Power Dilemma. We'll tell you about the hearing today that is looking at higher rates for customers and why Delmarva Power says some increases are necessary.
Fenwick fights wind farms. We'll tell you what leaders are set to discuss today amid the ongoing lawsuit against the proposed project. Coast TV News today. We'll be right back.
What could you do with your new Amish tradesman pole building?
A garage, workshop, pool house, office, in-law suite, or just a big old toy box. The Amish Tradesman provides free custom 3D design to reflect your vision, built with Amish quality. For nearly 20 years, our Amish crew continues to operate in southern Delaware, where we live, work, and worship. Call us today to set up your free design consultation at 302-349-5550 or get inspired online at theamishtradesman.com.
Not everyone wants a big funeral. For those seeking a simple alternative, the Eastern Shore's most trusted family and funeral services offers another option. Eastern Shore Cremation and Funeral Service is simple and affordable. A direct cremation tribute starts at just $17.45, or choose to have a small visitation service serving Delaware, Maryland, and Virginia with easy consultation by phone and streamlined electronic documentation. Learn more at easternshorecremation.com. Simply respectful.
Most people remodel their kitchens for 3 reasons: poor design, lack of storage, and outdated cabinets.
That sounds like a big job.
Not with Paul Davis. We offer 2 stress-free solutions. Reface your cabinets with 5 layers of hardwood, new doors and drawers in 5 days or less. Or replace them, improve your layout and home value.
Call now.
We'll bring the showroom to you and provide an exact price the same day.
Installed before summer. Save 20% on your kitchen project or pay nothing for 12 months.
Paul Davis Restoration and Home Remodeling.
18 years ago, we founded Community Bank Delaware with the goal of providing high-quality banking services to our local community. Here you meet with decision makers, people just like you who live in and love this community. We provide the newest banking technologies to our customers, supported by our local team of banking professionals. Our bank serves clients throughout Sussex County, and we continue to grow, all thanks to you. Community Bank Delaware, where community matters.
Now on Coast TV News.
Utility uproar, a big hearing set to take place this morning in Delaware's General Assembly. We hear from a Delmarva Power executive ahead of his testimony.
Abortion age argument. We look at the bills making their way in Dover. One deals with keeping abortion legal in Delaware, while another wants parental involvement in the decision.
Homeowner hike, that is what is up for debate in the Indian River School District, the latest effort by officials to make their case ahead of next week's referendum vote.
A cooler Wednesday for Delmarva. We'll see 50s instead of 60s today behind a cold front. The cool weather hangs on the rest of the week with dry conditions. Details coming up.
This is Coast TV News Today.
And it is March 12th, 2025. Good morning. I'm Matt Pensick. Good morning, Elisa.
Good morning, Matt. Good morning. I'm Elisa Weber. Thank you for joining us.
And the time is 6:29. Delaware fans waking up this morning disappointed. Oh, they were so close. We'll have highlights of this in a moment.
It was such a close game. That's what makes it so hard. Yeah. Well, sorry about that. But I noticed Bob is wearing a tie.
He's got Delaware colors going on
today. He does.
So
maybe you're supporting the sad fans today, Bob. That's very nice of you.
I didn't even know I was supporting them, but I am, I guess. So, yeah, I have my Delaware pride today going for sure. Too bad they fell short last night. 40 in Redden right now. We're looking at cool conditions out the door, not looking at frost or anything, not scraping any frost. 46 in Bethany Beach, 47 in Rehoboth, Georgetown 43, and 42 in Milton right now. Winds are calm inland areas, but the breeze is starting to pick up out of the northeast at the coast as we will be watching a cold front sliding through. We do have some high clouds floating through, and that cold front is now drifting to the south, making its way through Delmarva. Behind it, we have cold high pressure and a chilly flow of cold air that will be building in through the day. So we're in the 40s this morning and a slow climb in temperatures. You see the arrows starting to change color as we go into the late morning as the winds are picking up off the ocean. We're in the 40s at the beaches and then 50s, a little warmer as you go farther inland. And at the coast today, 40s and maybe 50 degrees. That's about it. But inland areas, we're looking at 40s to low 50s, maybe 50s, mid 50s around Salisbury, and then cooling back into the 40s this evening. Here's your drivecast. I gave you the green light to and from work. Dry and chilly out the door this morning. Maybe warm up the car a little bit, but good visibility, no frost, and then breezy and chilly for your afternoon and evening commute.
Our top story this half hour: in just a few hours, we could get a better indication about the status of the controversial wind farm planned for our coast. The Fenwick Island Environmental Committee is expected to discuss this at its meeting today. That situation could be changing. 2 months ago, President Trump issued an executive order to halt offshore wind energy projects, putting into question the plans for building a wind farm off the Ocean City coast by alternative energy company U.S. Wind. Those plans were approved under the Biden administration, and we are still awaiting the details about the use of Harbison land that was recently purchased by another company called Ørsted.
Happening today in Delaware, Democratic legislators are expressing some opposition ahead of today's Public Service Commission meeting. This as the PSC considers two plans regarding Delmarva Power's gas rates and rate structure.
In a media call, Delmarva Power reiterated that the higher than normal costs are attributed to a colder winter and a national supply issue. Delmarva Power is also opposing several pieces of legislation in the General Assembly aimed at power companies, including Senate Bills 59 and 60, which would change how the PSC evaluates and approves rate increases and limits costs.
Yeah, Delmarva Power says Senate Bill 60, that would eliminate flexibility they need to maintain and improve infrastructure.
It's pivotal for us that we are not hampered in that effort to keep our system reliable, to meet both the current needs and also the future needs of our customers in Delaware.
And when asked if Delmarva Power feels caught in the middle of warring energy legislation by both Democrats and Republicans, Bill just addressed that by saying simply, they are focused on serving their customers.
Although the recent warm weather Delmarva has been experiencing is enjoyable, it may not be safe, according to the Delaware Forest Service. The recent conditions and ongoing drought has caused an increase in wildfires across the state. The agency says people are encouraged to stop outdoor burning. Delaware has had over 400 outdoor fires across the state from November 2024 to February 2025.
Happening tonight, it's another opportunity for homeowners in the Indian River School District to learn more about the expense referendum that's set to take place on March 20th. A workshop happening today at the Indian River High School. Officials will give a presentation, and the district says the money, if approved in the referendum, would go towards increased operating costs, recruitment, and staff retention. Indian River says it would cost about $24 more per month for the average property taxpayer.
Happening today, Delaware lawmakers will hold a hearing on Senate Bill 21. That bill would amend the state's rules on the general corporation law. It is aimed at keeping corporations in the state, and the bill was proposed after big companies who long incorporated in Delaware left after some high-profile legal cases. Advocates say Senate Bill 21 clarifies corporate governance rules. However, some consumer advocacy groups who are opposed to the bill say it will negatively impact Delaware's economy, including retirement funds and pensions.
New this morning, the attempt in Delaware to involve parents in the big decision of having an abortion. On Tuesday, House Bill 46 was introduced by Milford area Republican Representative Brian Shoup. This would require that girls under the age of 16 have parental consent before undergoing an abortion. There are exceptions. One would be for a medical emergency. Another, if the family court rules the child is mature enough to make that decision on their own. A hearing in the Health and Human Development Committee is expected by the end of the month.
And this comes as an existing Senate bill on reproductive rights received some revisions on Tuesday. And it has some conflicts with the House bill we just reported on. This one states everyone has a right to make their own decisions to have an abortion. The healthcare provider would need to believe that decision is in the patient's best interest as opposed to professional judgment. The decision on that end must be made by the woman's main doctor. Since the changes to the state's constitution, a 2/3 vote in both chambers must be achieved. And we are now taking a live look at our nation's capital. Ongoing trade conflicts could get more intense as new tariffs go into effect. Secretary of State Marco Rubio is set to land in Canada today for the G7 foreign ministers meeting. His visit comes at a time when diplomacy might come in handy.
That's because new steel and aluminum tariffs, they start today and they apply to all countries. But Canada is America's top supplier of both metals, and Amy Kiley shows us how experts say the tariffs also could be a blow for U.S. businesses and consumers.
Our cost of goods have gone up.
New 25% tariffs on all steel and aluminum imports start today, potentially hiking some prices for American consumers. U.S. businesses have to pay the tariffs when they import the metals. The cost to them could be substantial based on Commerce Department statistics. They show the U.S. imported more than $58 billion worth of aluminum, steel, and iron last year.
A tariff, for example, on a lot of Canadian exports is a tariff on U.S. companies who make cars in the U.S.
Many economists predict companies will pass on part or all of the added costs to consumers. Auto prices could go up since cars contain hundreds or thousands of pounds of steel and aluminum. Home builders say the mere threat of tariffs has shaken their industry already.
Prices have gone through the roof and they've gone higher.
Prices also could rise for appliances, machinery, infrastructure, medical devices, power lines, beverage cans, and more.
Our cans have already gone up in price. Bottom line is going to eat into a good part of our profits.
Domestic steel and aluminum producers could benefit from the tariffs. U.S. companies might be willing to pay more for their metal in order to avoid the 25% pseudo tax. The Trump administration says helping those manufacturers is about more than just economics.
We can't have a country defendable without a solid steel and aluminum industry.
I'm Amy Kiley reporting.
President Trump has taken the first steps towards dismantling the Department of Education, slashing about half the department's workforce. With the announcement, roughly 1,300 career employees will be out of job. And Education Secretary Linda McMahon called it eliminating bureaucratic bloat. The president has talked repeatedly about leaving school policy to the states. However, this is sparking concerns among some parents.
To make sure that their kid is being treated fairly and given the opportunity to learn like any other kid. If we go backwards, we are going to see such a regression in the most vulnerable population.
Secretary McMahon says the department will still deliver on special education funding and other statutory programs.
As the shutdown deadline nears, the House of Representatives narrowly passing a 6-month funding bill Tuesday night. The vote was 217 to 213, with all Republicans except Representative Thomas Massie of Kentucky supporting the continuing resolution. The measure now heads to the Senate, where Republicans control 53 seats. But here's a key here. At least 8 Democrats would have to support that bill to cross the Senate's 60-vote threshold and send it to President Donald Trump's desk. The government is set to run out of money late Friday night. More news to get to in this final half hour. Don't go anywhere.
Coming up, pot industry problem. We'll tell you how demonstrators took to Delaware's Capitol on Tuesday to raise awareness for the drug's recreational use.
And we just talked about it moments ago. Devastating Delaware defeat. It was there for the taking for the Blue Hens. We look at how they came up just short in their attempt to get into the NCAA tournament. Stay with us on CoastTV News Today.
We salute George Gross, a World War II veteran whose service to our nation is marked by extraordinary courage and commitment. George landed on Utah Beach during the D-Day invasion. He was wounded in combat on September 11, 1944, when a bullet struck his plane. Yet he continued to serve valiantly, fighting in the pivotal Battle of the Bulge. On June 10, 1945, he performed honor guard duties for General Eisenhower in Frankfurt, Germany. George was honorably discharged on October 13, 1945. We salute his bravery and dedication during some of the most critical moments of World War II.
Spicer Brothers and CoastTV are honoring military persons and first responders serving Delmarva. If you have a family member, friend, or community member that you would like to nominate for a CoastTV salute, go to coasttvsalutes.com.
Winter may be packing its bags, but it left a chill behind. Don't let a cold snap catch you off guard. Call FH Fur for our $69 heating system tune-up. We'll keep your system running smoothly so you're warm and snug until spring finally makes up its mind. Act now and get our no breakdown guarantee. With over 40 years of trusted service, FH Fur Plumbing, Heating, Air Conditioning, and Electrical are the pros who've seen and fixed it all.
877-CALL-FUR, FHFur.com.
You're good. I have your lunchbox. Yes, I just
Mornings can be a bit hectic. But what if your morning was just easier? At Wawa,
Morning.
it is. With everything you need to get your day moving.
Hi. Have a good one.
All we ask is that you hold the door. Mornings made easy. Gotta have a Wawa.
Attention Delmarva, it's Ashley's 80th anniversary. Your local Ashley stores in Del Mar and Millsboro, Delaware have been selected as national inventory distribution sites with savings up to 80% off store-wide. The most prolific name in home furnishings, Ashley celebrates 80 years as the value leader with savings up to 80% off. Only in our tax-free retail sites in Millsboro and Del Mar, Delaware.
Exterior home remodeling can be a stressful and time-consuming process, but it doesn't have to be.
With Advance, all it takes is one call to take care of it all.
Whether it's building your outdoor dream deck or updating your home's windows or siding, we provide quality craftsmanship for all of your home remodeling needs. Our experienced consultants will ease you through the process from the initial phone call to installation, so you can find a look you'll love for years to come.
Don't chance it, Advance it.
6:41 on our Wednesday morning. Tunnel and Razor Cam starting to show some daylight, some wispy clouds, 46, and the wind starting to turn in out of the north as we see a cold front sliding through. 38 in Redmond right now, 39 in Ocean Pines. The rest of us in the 40s. I think we're frost free, and the wind starting to pick up out of the northeast as that cold front is dropping in, some high wispy clouds, and then as that front continues to press on through, we'll get into a colder flow. Cold high pressure will keep us chilly here for the next few days. Today's checklist: don't need the umbrella, need the heavy jacket, maybe not only in the morning, but basically all day, especially at the beaches. Make sure you have a windbreaker too. Sunscreen is a must with the Stronger Sun warm beverage, and make sure you have the sunglasses as well. And congratulations to Vic Capodanno from Lewis. He is a new owner of an umbrella, courtesy of Paul Davis and Coast TV.
Bob, in traffic news, the crosswalks along Front Street in Lewis will be repainted this morning. Officials say Savannah Road to Market Street will be closed to traffic from 7 to 11 a.m.
In Salisbury, Tidal Health says part of its visitor garage is closing for maintenance. That is Garage B, and this will take effect on Friday. Closure is only expected to last for a few hours, 7 to 10 to be exact. And during this time, Tidal Health says visitors can use the other side of the garage near volunteer services.
Delmarva Sports Network from the Wawa Studios.
An NCAA tournament berth was on the line last night for Delaware men's hoops. The Blue Hens entered last night's CAA title game with 4 wins in 4 days and just needed one more victory, this time against UNC Wilmington. The Seahawks got ahead early and led by 8 at the half, but the Blue Hens showed their resolve. Caven Riley adds on to Delaware's first lead since the opening minutes, but the Seahawks come right back to the weight room. Kamar McGriff banks it in and ties things at 48 with 12 and a half to go. Now Delaware down 3. Riley driving to the basket, flips in a wild reverse to cut it to 1. Down the stretch, Blue Hens need a stop, and they lose Donovan Newby, and he hits the dagger. UNCW goes on to win the CAA title game and end Delaware's incredible run, 76-72. Sticking in college hoops, the conference tournaments for MEAC basketball begin today in Norfolk, Virginia. Maryland Eastern Shore men's basketball prepares to take on the top-seeded Norfolk State in the quarterfinals. The Hawks enter the MEAC tournament with a 6-24 record and are coming off a loss in the regular season finale to Delaware State. Norfolk State survived a late comeback by the Hawks, but pulled away late in the second half in their last matchup. UMES tips off against the Spartans at 6 p.m. That'll do it for sports. Have a great day, everyone.
And coming up to that on DSN 8:30, we got a replay of the Cape Henlopen Decatur boys high school basketball game. And then for a recap of all of tonight's action, catch the final score at 10:30.
If you're having a rough week, you can cheer up with a weekly dose of local good news from CoastTV with personal features, fun things to do each weekend, and more. You can sign up right now for free at coasttv.com and get your weekly dose of joy directly to your inbox on Friday.
We're seeing blue skies, some wispy high clouds on the gutter. Helmet cam 42 right now. We've got a cool down on the way behind the cold front today. And it remains cool the next 3 days with more clouds and better rain chances later Sunday into St. Patrick's Day. But much of the weekend looks good. I'll have your forecast details in 2 minutes. Stay tuned.
Turn your dreams of a perfect kitchen into reality with That Cabinet Store, where a dedicated team of designers will bring your vision to life. Whether it's traditional or European, kitchen design is our specialty. And we can get your fully customized kitchen cabinets installed in as little as 4 weeks, semi-custom in 10 days. And if you're looking for new countertops, we offer quality in-house fabricated countertops. Dream today, designs for tomorrow at That Cabinet Store, located with Matt the Carpet Guy in Selbyville and Salisbury.
Surface Solutions is a different kind of paving company. We believe that our reputation is more important than how much money we make. If we take care of our customers and ensure they have the best experience possible, financial success will find us. In our business, every job's not profitable, but we understand that going in. Your project will be done the right way no matter the outcome for us. It's all about doing the right thing, even when no one is looking. My best days are when we start with a customer and end with a new friend.
Hi, Chef Daniel Greenhead with my Bionic Blade, the new handheld blender that's rechargeable, so you can make a fast, healthy shake anywhere. It has the motor and blades built right into the lid, so blend a shake at the gym, make pina coladas by poolside, or grind coffee beans for an iced cold brew on the go.
Get the Bionic Blade for just $29.99 with free shipping. You'll also get 2 sipping lids, a second container, and the sports lid. Get it all for just $29.99. Order now.
The weather is brought to you by Royal Plus. In disaster's wake, there's only one call to make.
It starts small, just a drip. But when tragedy strikes, it doesn't wait for you to be ready. Whether it's a natural disaster or an everyday life mishap. In disaster's wake, there's only one call to make. Royal Plus Disaster Cleanup. Visit us at royalplus.com to learn more.
The time is now 6:47 and we are taking a live look outside at Laurel this morning. And Bob, that is a beautiful start of a sunrise right there. That is absolutely gorgeous. But it's be a little bit cooler out today, Bob, but you should still get outside if you can, I think.
I would think so. You got to get out there, right, Elisa? I mean, we're going to see a lot of sunshine. It'll just be cooler, too. So we're going to see a lot of sun. And you also may have noticed a beautiful setting moon a little earlier. That moon goes full on Friday, and then we have an eclipse, a total lunar eclipse that coincides with that. It's the worm moon. Pretty cool, huh? Named after the earthworms that come out of the thawing soil. Wow. Little breakfast for the birds. Coinciding with the total lunar eclipse. That's Friday morning. You have to get up really early. 1:09 is when the eclipse starts. The total eclipse begins at 2:26. Maximum eclipse shortly before 3 a.m. on Friday. 3:31 the eclipse ends, and then the partial eclipse ends at 4:47. And that moon will take on a reddish orange kind of hue. So it'll be really pretty. Hopefully the skies will be clear. But I think we have a lot of clouds coming our way the next few days. We'll have to watch that. 40 in Delmar. 43 in Georgetown, 47 in Ocean City, 46 in Bethany Beach, down to 38 in Redden right now. So we're frost-free, and a breeze starting to pick up out of the northeast, especially at the beaches as we're watching a cold front sliding through. There are some high wispy clouds, but it's a dry cold front dropping through Delaware right now, and you can see how it's moving to the south, and it will continue to press to the south. And as it does, the winds will start to pick up out of the east-northeast this afternoon and today with cold high pressure pressure across southeast Canada, and that extends all the way back into the Midwest. So this big chunk of cool air will be headed our way, and there's even some snow across the upper Midwest. We don't have to worry about that. I think we're done with the snow, hopefully all season, and it's dry farther back to the west across the plains. So aside from the cold air, we're pretty quiet the next several days, just some clouds increasing, but not today. Lots of sunshine and temperatures in the 40s and 50s. Warmer as you head inland, cooler 40s at the coast as that wind freshens up out of the east-northeast by 1:30. Only lower 50s around 113, mid-50s inland, and then 40s at the coast. You're probably not getting out of the 40s here, maybe 50 here and there, and then mid-50s farther inland. And then this evening is clear early on. We increase the clouds overnight, maybe low clouds and fog, and maybe a little bit of drizzle heading into Thursday morning with temperatures in the low 40s. And lots of clouds tomorrow keep our temperatures in the 40s and 50s as that cool easterly flow continues as we watch this front sinking to the south, pushing the milder air to the south and east and enforcing those northeast winds that will be gusting to 25 miles per hour at times today. And then they're coming out of the east. And anytime we see that easterly wind, that is a cool wind, and that continues through Friday. But then that front lifts to the north as a warm front this weekend. So upper 60s Saturday, lower 70s Sunday. That's ahead of this cold front that will bring rain and into Sunday night and into Monday, St. Patrick's Day. Could be a washout, especially in the morning hours. And then I think that system will head out later in the day. Paul Davis, 7-day forecast, mid-50s the next 3 days, more clouds Thursday and Friday. And then the weekend's mild, 68 Saturday. Much of Sunday is dry, and then the rain later in the day, 71, and then a cold rain or colder rain Monday on St. Patrick's Day, 59. And then by Tuesday, lots of sunshine and a high of 61.
That sunshine. Thanks, Bob. On Tuesday, cannabis advocates took to the streets outside of Legislative Hall in Dover. They are calling on lawmakers to deal with zoning issues in Delaware's recreational marijuana industry. And although recreational marijuana was legalized 2 years ago, these advocates and business owners say government delays, restrictive zoning, and the lack of a start date have left them all in limbo. April 1st is expected to mark the launch of the recreational marijuana industry, but with the state's commissioner stepping down and no timeline in place, frustration by the rally's organizers is growing.
Why don't we use the regulated system that we all agreed that was a good thing, that we all worked our butts off to get going, and get it up and running so that we can actually get a high-quality, competitive market.
And Slaughter Beach is the latest Delaware community considering a ban on recreational marijuana sales.
If you need to reach the Salisbury Police Department, you're going to have to use a different number. The department says its phone system is currently under maintenance. According to the department, if you cannot reach its general non-emergency number, here are two alternatives. One number ends in 5151 and the other ends in 5163. And the time is now 6:52, so we're going to check in with our coastal pet of the day.
Yeah, I love this picture. If you didn't see it last hour, check this one out here. Today's coastal pet is, we're calling him His Majesty, getting a much-needed nap. That is Prince Addie on your screen, and as you can see, all tuckered out from ruling his household. Addie was submitted to us by Marianne in Millsboro.
And we want to see more of your pets on Delmarva. Send us photos and tell us what makes them so special. You can take a look at your screen.
That's where that QR code is. Scan that, get your friends to us here, and then watch weekdays from 5 to 7 a.m. to see all the pets we feature.
Addie looking pretty content on the couch there. We're looking at brightening skies on the FH FER camera in Cambridge. 46. We've got the winds picking up today. It's going to get colder behind a cold front, and it remains cool the next 3 days with more clouds. I think better rain chances later Sunday into St. Patrick's Day. Your 10-day forecast is coming up.
Shingles missing from your roof? Call Morse Roofing and Siding.
When choosing windows and doors for your home,
At Pella, it's your choice. We manufacture maintenance-free vinyl, fiberglass, and wood-clad windows and patio doors, all with lifetime warranties. High performance, energy efficient, and loaded with options to help make your house your home. Industry first features and benefits make living easier and increase your home's value. Visit our Experience Center or call us today to schedule your free in-home consultation where we bring the showroom to you.
Sam Calagione here, inviting you to soak up the off-season at Dogfish Head. Swing by Bruins and Eats in Rehoboth for $1 wings on Sundays and $12 burgers and pizzas on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Next door at Chesapeake and Maine, enjoy Monday Locals Night with 25% off and $15 lobsters every Sunday. And our Milton Brewery, join us for trivia on Mondays and bingo on Wednesdays. Come explore goodness at our Dogfish locations. Cheers.
And it's been 15 plus years we've been coming with Avery Hall. Now they're right up the street. Any of the products that give you that peace and sense of mind in the community where you live, Avery Hall, I think, can take care of their needs. You don't always realize what impact long-term your needs are going to be for your health. With Avery Hall, it's been a fabulous resource for that.
Avery Hall found an insurance company that could help us.
I think more of a steady, strong relationship.
Shingles missing from your roof? Call Morse Roofing and Siding.
It is 6:55 and here are the things you need to know before you go. Although the recent warm weather Delmarva has been experiencing is nice, it may not be safe. According to the Delaware Forest Service, the recent conditions and ongoing drought have caused an increase in wildfires across the state. The agency says people are encouraged to stop outdoor burning.
Property owners in the Indian River School District can learn more about the expense referendum taking place March 20th. The workshop's happening tonight at the Indian River High School. The district says the money, if approved in the referendum, would be for increased operating costs, recruitment, and staff retention. After President Trump signed an executive order pausing offshore wind projects, today we could get a better indication about the status of the controversial one planned for our coast. Fenwick Island Environmental Committee is expected to discuss this at its meeting.
And at 6:56, so we're going to take another quick look at our slightly cooler forecast, but Bob said don't be dramatic.
Yeah, but at least it's going to be sunny today, Bob.
Yeah, I think we're still looking at above normal temperatures. Stay in the sun, out of the wind, and make sure you layer up. But then you're fine. But yeah, not as warm as yesterday as that cold front is dropping in. Winds are picking up out of the east-northeast. We're in the 40s early on. Now, inland areas will warm into the mid-50s with sunshine, but at the coast, 40s to right around 50 degrees. Here's your Paul Davis 10-day forecast. We keep it in the 50s Thursday and Friday, and I think we increase the clouds. Maybe a little bit of drizzle tonight, but more clouds than sun Thursday and Friday. Then the weekend warms up. 68 Saturday, stays dry. Sunday, really much of the day is dry. Late day showers, 71. Some of that rain could be heavy into Monday, St. Patty's Day. I think especially early on, 59. And then warming into the 60s Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Maybe another rain chance by Thursday. So definitely looking like spring on that 10-day forecast.
Bob, and thank you for joining us here for Coast TV News Today.
And the Today Show is coming up next at 7 a.m.
Then we'll be back for Coast TV News midday at 11.
And for even more news and coverage you can count on, download our Coast TV News and weather apps. Have a great Wednesday morning, everybody.